So welcome guys and girls to the next episode of Weekend Warriors channel. Today I've got something new to show you. This is my new tool purchase. This is a Makita DML801 light torch. It is battery operated, lithium-ion 18 volt or 14.4 volt lithium-ion battery operated. It is made in China, as you can see, although designed in Japan. What I'll do today, I will open it with you. I haven't opened it yet, and we'll compare it to the other light torch I've got that I'm so happy with. We'll compare the features, we'll compare the light strength as well as how long the battery lasts. We'll check different sizes of batteries and different manufacturers or suppliers of batteries, because these two are original Makita brand and this one here is a substitution. It's not Makita, it's not original. So we'll see if it fits all of them, if there is any difference in operation. First thing you will notice is that it is packed nicely in frustration-free packaging. It is plastic blister type packaging, however it is not this type of packaging that has to be cut on each edge with scissors, and which is so frustrating, especially that these cut pieces are very sharp. So you open it simply by pulling on it. The first impression is that the design is very close to battery-operated power tools. The grip is almost exactly the same as on my Makita drill as well as impact wrench. The feature that is quite obvious is that this light or the head can be tilted in different multiple angles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this position is 7. It has this hook at the back. At the end of it is plastic coated, which is a good idea. This way it won't scratch certain surfaces, especially if it's used in a car, for example. You can see it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of 2 LEDs, so 12 in total. Okay, so the head turns 90 degrees one direction and 180 degrees the other direction, which doesn't give whole 360 degrees, but I would say it's sufficient. It's not as good as my ring torch light, which just keeps turning around as much as I wish, both ways, but it is good, it's sufficient. In regards to the user manual, it is very straightforward. Just by looking on these pictures, on these drawings, you can see what this light can do and how to operate it. It also informs about the light output, or the time you get with different sizes of batteries, which is very helpful. You can see it for both 14.4 volts batteries and 18 volts batteries of different amperage. Material that it is made of, or the outer packaging, is ABS, which is a resistant to damage type of plastic, and you can feel that it is a quality material. These black pieces or black parts are rubberized, so it's comfortable to hold. Size-wise, I think it fits my hand almost perfectly. Maybe it could have been a little bit longer. Okay, and there are some information about the tool itself. Provides 12 watt. Let me check. LED power dissipation is 6.12 watts. Input voltage is 18 volt or 14.4. Input power It's 4.9 watts for 18 volt battery and 4.8 watts for 14.4 volt, which means that no matter which battery you use, the output is the same. Here we have a power button. We also have a loop for the strap, which is also added to the set. So you've got this plastic hook, unlike the one that is attached to the torch itself, and you have this nice strap, oops, that can be then attached to the light torch. It's approximately 35 centimeters long. The torch, let's check its length. Okay, it's 33 centimeters without the battery. Obviously, depending on which battery you use, it will be a bit longer or shorter. Then the width, okay, that will be the width of the battery. The head itself is about just over 2 centimeters or 2.5 centimeters deep and 4.5 centimeters wide. It is light. Let me have a look at what's the exact weight on it. So this is the weight without the battery. It's 355.5 grams plus the weight of the battery, which for 1.5, oh, let me check on the original one. For 2 ampere hours battery is another 389 grams in this case. So in total it's just over 700 grams, 750 grams. It's okay, it's not bad. Okay, so let's start connecting them. Let's start with the original 2 amps battery. Very easy, snips in, works. Everything works as supposed to. Let's check if it works actually. Oh yeah, it does. Oh my god, it is really strong. You won't see it on this video because the phone will adjust to the light output and it will just decrease the impression it really gives. But we'll check it on the light meter and we'll be able to at least compare it to the other one that I have, and it will give us some idea of how strong it is. Okay, so the second push gives half of the output. We've got 6 diodes rather than 12, and the third push switches it off completely. So 1 full, half, and switches it off. As you can see, there is no SOS or flickering, flashing mode. Is as simple as that. Let's check it on the bigger battery. It's 3 amps. Yeah, it engages very firmly. Let's have a look. Yeah, it works exactly the same. So 3 pushes to switch it off. And on the substitution battery, not original Makita battery. Yeah, it engages exactly the same way, very firm click, and let's have a look if it works or not. Yeah, it does. Okay, now when I'm thinking about it, I would probably prefer that switch to be in the trigger position, like in a drill or an impact range. You have to move your thumb a little bit away from it to switch it on. It's not a big deal, so you would normally want to press it here and you just have to press it here. I wonder, is it because it is then too easy to trigger it and it switches on and off when we don't really want it? Maybe that's the reason, and maybe that's why they moved it at the back of it. So comparing to my other light torch, you can see this one is significantly bigger, although the actual light window is almost exactly the same length. So it's just the fact that the handle is much longer and the battery that makes it so much bigger. Now let's have a look and compare the light output in both of them. So first let's check the ring light torch. I will be checking Lux output. Okay, so in this positions it shows approximately 104 lux. Okay, let's switch it off. Let's check the Makita now. Okay, so the similar position shows approximately 107 lux, which is slightly higher than the ring light. So the difference, it's not a big difference. It provides a bit warmer light from what I can see. So if I had to compare them, functionality wise they are very similar, with a little bit more flexibility in ring type, especially it has also this focus torch, not only this wide, and it has flashing light, and plus you can see it can turn all these angles, tilt, and it has two very strong magnets. So it is very good light torch. The benefit of Makita one is that it's slightly stronger from my rough measurements. If you have enough batteries, you can change them very quickly and they last according to our measurements and user manual very long. So that's not the case in this type of light torch, which you have to charge for another few, I don't know, an hour or so before you get it working properly or fully once again. So it's not as simple as with Makita. And that's really it. I think it's worth its price. It was only £32 or so on Amazon UK, which is very good price in my opinion for this type of light. Should my judgment change, obviously I will update this review and I'll provide you with some further observations, but I'm generally a big fan of Makita, so from my experience I can tell that materials are great, performance is very good. I wouldn't expect something bad to happen. If it does, I will update you. Okay guys, so have a great day. Just a quick short postscriptum. Just to let you know, I performed some tests to check how long will the light be on and to check if the user manual shows accurate values or not. And I have to tell you, I'm impressed. I checked it with two different sizes of batteries, 1.5 and 3 amps. The value in the user manual for both of them was 4 hours for 1.5 amps and 9 hours for the 3 amps battery. The test showed that 1.5 lasted for 6 hours and 3 amps battery lasted for 10 hours 40 minutes. How often does it happen that the manufacturer underestimates their product in their user manual? My batteries are not new, they were fully charged, they were not overused in the past, but still they are at least few months old, in some cases few years old. So well done Makita, thanks again.